Okay, counting down here, and boat 14 is trying a port tack approach, but very late because the wind is softened. And there's the gun, a lot of line sag in the middle of the line. 21 is going to take the start. That would be Charlie Quigley. 11 was too close to the pin. That's the racing class. They're going to drive around and follow 14. Charlie's a little bit out of the breeze, though. Just to windward. 18, Bob Perry's rolling, almost rolling him. And Lars is doing all right in 15. And then a lot of boats had a good start here. It was just a little bit of line sag. Other than that, most of the boats were on that front row. Rosen on 14, 24 is Stiletto. Won the first race. There's Chibloff on Stiletto. 17th Nuff is also a little loose. Let's try to check Penpal. There's a breeze now. The windiest we've seen all day. Going about 10. Maybe 12, it's been the max. Across the gate from the windward mark. This race is fairly even among the top 6 in a 12-boat fleet. That's Pedpa about to tack out of the right corner. He's overstood. Should be tacking by now. I want to make sure he wasn't fouling that other boat. He's lost that other boat. 24 is going to lee bow them and lay the mark, I think. Where are they going? Oh, they're going behind them. Ah. All right, well, I guess Pettipa's looking at second then. 22, looks like Matt Flynn of Santurce is leading this now. Nobody else is crossing. Charlie Quigley's been headed badly in 21 after taking the start. So the breeze went right after the start. It's going right further looking at the Roseland Teens in the distance. These guys are pretty psyched. They got the guy already pre-fed. Wow, they're coming back awfully far with that guy.
Okay, you got a switch on number 19, number 18.
Taking a little while to get the chute full on 22. They overdid it on the guy. Don't pull it back for run when you're still going upwind. We also had a pretty big twist in it. Kai, on the other hand, Jim Pettipa's team, his chute went right up and filled, and they're gaining big. So 24 is going to be next here. Sergowitz. Wow, really sharp turnaround on that mark. Went up with a twist. Quigley ended up coming out of this in 4th. Nice comeback for them. Ika's running in 5th with Jonathan Austin. Wasabi is next with Mary Hennessy. Chib's luffing on Mary's boat. Chib's over trimmed on the next boat, Bob Perry's boat. Nobody used the sheet. But it's a good set. The other chute should be filling soon. Yeah, they're going to roll Mary, I think. Or not Mary, that's Wasabi. Yeah, that is Mary's boat. Okay, Eliza's routed, that's the racing class. They beat a few boats here. 14 is next. Sal Rosen. Blue Jay just getting around. Keith Fox at the helm. Good set on that boat. Pole's a little low, but Spinnaker should be filling soon. They're over squared. Oh, he keeps pulling the guy back. Don't do that. Why do they keep pulling the guy back? The boat's headed. Give me a while before that fills. Okay, and the last place boat is 20. That's Adrian Herr on Ra. They're also in a header. That's why they're having trouble making the mark. Oh, they're not a last. There's a boat behind them. Checking in on Phoebe. That spinnaker is still not filled because the guy is too far back the pole. They're starting to fill now. Okay, Adrian Herr's finally getting around. Next, after that, it's Fred Baker. Had a good first race. And then 15 is in last. That's Lars. All right, we're going to move down the course, see what's going on for the third mark. Matt Flynn in 22 is leading this, coming back. Followed by 17, Jim Pettipaw. Charlie's still fourth. Here's Bob Perry rounding in sixth. Quickly sits the lure to get a little heel on. It's light down here. Not the 10 knots we had in the first beat, that's for sure. Comes the race class team with an inside overlap if they're rounding the right mark. Sal Rosen has the option of going for the other mark, but there's no wind right now, so his options are actually a little limited. He's trying to get over there. Well, the leaders were going up the course on starboard, but they all got auto-tacked. If they had continued with that starboard lift, they would have lapped this boat. Oh, they're not trimmed very well. Okay, so 17's back in the righty. 22 went too far. I thought they were going too far. They had a boat underneath them. They hadn't gotten that auto tack yet, but they insisted on getting over on port. So this Jim Pettipaw could take the lead on this if he's laying this second weather mark. Well, I think Matt Flynn here is still in the lead. Jim nowhere near laying the mark as it turns out. And Matt is in another little righty, and he could be laying the mark from there. In which case he'd be really in smart shoes if he's laying from there. Okay, Matt didn't lay the mark, but it's still looking good. It's in more breeze. Jim's in much less wind. And even Charlie's moving up, kind of a distant third right now. Well, these guys really want to get around this mark before a huge lefty hits, which I think is going to happen in about 30 seconds. Here's Jim in second. Charlie's starting to get that lefty, and he's gaining quite a bit on Jim for sure. With Ika coming on strong as well in fourth. New leader. Charlie comes flying in for first, and Ika's going to round second.
Fucking move.
Let's see if they can quickly get this thing going. It looks like K on the bow. It's a little bit tangled, but once I get that pull up and the guy in, and then you can go higher, and hopefully someone's bringing the guy back. Ika's not ready also. Santuza had more time to repair. So they're setting already, but they also put the guy back a little too far, too early.
Bob Perry's on the inside of, almost on the inside.
So Jim finally rounded in fourth.
All right.
Not in position on that beat for those shifts. Bob Perry is fifth now. That looks like it's going to come out twisted, or no, I can't tell. Charlie Quigley's team wins the second race. This is after they had a perfect pin start but went the wrong way on the first beat. And they hooked a lefty on the second beat to round in first. And they scrambled to get that shoot up and finish second. Ika, who was a beneficiary of that same lefty at the weather mark, will be second. Sanchuza, leading most of the way around, ends up third. And I believe, I don't know if it's Pettipaw next or Bob Perry. I think Pettipaw will be next and fourth. He's going to hold fourth, and Bob Perry will hold fifth.